if you reached out and said, "Hey, BJ, you really need to get help, bro," he would respond, "You get help, you piece of shit." Like BJ was going off on people. That's step into my office. Last night after the fights, it was Brandon Moreno versus Steve Ercek, Mexico City. It was a great card. I hop on Instagram and I see BJ Penn. He's posting on Instagram again. He's saying CTE isn't real. He's responding to fans, like writing back to everyone. If you reached out and said, "Hey, BJ, you really need to get help, bro," he would respond, "You get help, you piece of shit." Like BJ was going off on people. That's I had left a comment just saying, "I hope you get some help," or whatever. I didn't go back and check because honestly, I didn't even want to see what his response was. I was just thinking, man, I don't want BJ Penn to say like that be my first interaction with this guy. BJ Penn was the lightweight champion when I first started watching. I first got into the sport before I'd ever watched a pay-per-view. Spike TV, they'd always play UFC 84, BJ Penn, Ill Will, it was called Ill Will, BJ Penn versus Sean Shirt. And he just, put on a clinic in that fight. That was just masterclass performance by BJ Penn. And so I knew who he was. I just started like watching, and then they would show the Ultimate Fighter season 5, the one Nate Diaz won. BJ was on that one versus Jens Pulver, UFC 101, Kenny Florian. And like BJ was the man, bro. He was the man. I got to see him. If you ever got to watch him in his prime back then, it was amazing. And this is a guy that already won the belt in the weight class above years before. Knowing now that he's having drug problems like this, it really does like make more sense. Like his whole career of how, motivated BJ Penn, unmotivated, that makes a lot more sense to me now. I never really understood like what BJ's deal was. I never knew he had drug problems. Apparently it was, I think, a ex of his said recently that he had always had drug problems since he was young. I never knew this. I never had heard of this. And a lot of fans are saying CTE. Look, I'm not a doctor. I don't know for sure. But I can say that CTE, people that have CTE tend to fall into drug use. And BJ's in Hawaii. Did y'all ever watch Dog the Bounty Hunter back in the day when he was in Hawaii? And that was back in the day. They had a big meth problem in Hawaii back in the day, bro. I can only imagine what it's like now. And meth is a type of drug, bro. You get on that and it really changes people. It changes their mind. They're just they're just not right when they're messing with that shit. But that breaks my heart, bro, to know that BJ's going through that, and stuff like that usually doesn't end well. I knew a guy in high school. He actually overdosed and passed away, but he had a little brother, and his little brother was just a normal guy, normal dude in high school, and he got involved in meth. And I tell you, bro, like it's the same thing. Like he was posting that his aunt wasn't really his aunt. She was an imposter from the CIA, and they were out to get him, and he was naming his real uncle by name. And if you look, BJ was doing the same thing. He was doing the exact same thing, only it was his mom and his uncle. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's actually a syndrome that people can develop. And I'll have to put it on the screen. I don't remember what it's called, but they basically think their loved ones are clones, or they're being, I don't know. It's hard to make sense of something like that, but all I can say is, man, I hope and pray that BJ gets the help he needs, because BJ Penn, he's a legend of the sport, bro. He really is. I say he doesn't deserve this. He doesn't deserve this, for him to go out this way. He really doesn't. I know he's probably made some bad decisions, obviously, but I really think he could still turn around. And, it's never too late, but it could be. Yeah, it just seems like it's already past him needing help. He desperately needs the help, and it makes it it hurts a little more to see him lashing back out at people. You know, you have people, certain people take addictions different ways. Some people know they have a problem and they're just not going to get the help. But some people like genuinely don't think they have a problem. Like BJ genuinely thinks that this isn't his mother. Like this is very disturbing and it's not going to end well. And it's just like, I think back to UFC 101 and UFC 107 when he beat Diego Sanchez and he was just on top of the world. And we really thought like there was nobody that was going to beat BJ Penn. Like, who's going to beat this guy? To see the way his career went, that's like always a dagger. And then for this to happen, it's if you came up as BJ Penn being one of your favorite fighters, this is devastating, bro. And I don't want the story to end the way it could end. Like he can still turn things around. So send out a prayer, hope, good energy, positive vibes, whatever you do. But let's hope BJ Penn can get over this and get some help and get his life back, man. It seems like he never really found a passion after fighting. He always kind of struggled with what to do after, you know, running for elections and the different things he's tried. It just seems like he never really moved on after fighting, which fighters struggle with a lot today, bro. They really do. So anyway, y'all send BJ some positive vibes. I'll talk to y'all next time.